for candy at various aircrafts. There's a costume contest with prizes awarded, so come in your favorite Halloween outfit. Kids 12 and under in costume are admitted free. Great food, games, and so much more. Don't miss Junior Pilots Day at the Castle Air Museum.
Come be amazed.
Ksee 24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
I'm Chief Meteorologist A.J. Fox, and our skies are pretty clear out there. We have a beautiful sunsets going on. We can see from our valley cam that's at Meadow Lakes. The sun is just over the horizon. We're at 88 right now in Fresno, 85 in Visalia, Hanford, and in Madera, 87 in Lemoore. Skies are clear according to our live radar, as well as the satellite imagery. You can see that strong high pressure is really covering the state very nicely, and that's why we were hot today. It's why we're going to be hot tomorrow. Things are changing, though, for the weekend, and we're going to be significantly cooler. We're going to spend all of next week in the 70s. I'll have your complete forecast coming up. Ksee 24 News at 6:30 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is Ksee 24 News at 6:30.
Yet another twist into the illegal biolab in Reedley. One of its owners from China, who also resided in Clovis, arrested by the feds. Also, frustration growing on Capitol Hill. The latest on the race for the gavel as Representative Jim Jordan fails to get enough votes again. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Alexander Balakey, and Stephanie is off tonight. We are following a developing story where a 12-year-old boy in custody tonight after a teenager was shot near Greenberg Elementary in southeast Fresno this morning. This all happened around 7:45, forcing the school to go into a lockdown. Police receiving a call from a teacher who said they saw a child jump the fence onto school property with a gun. The mother of the alleged shooter says he's just a child and never imagined something like this would happen.
I'm disappointed in him because I've had a lot of talks with my son, and to know that you were a part of this just lets me know that everything I said went in one ear and out the other, and you honestly made a choice that you cannot come back from.
And police do say they're relieved that school staff were there to stop the boy before anything else did happen. He's now facing at least 5 charges, including assault with a deadly weapon and bringing a firearm onto campus. We'll have much more on this investigation tonight at 11. One of the owners behind the illegal biolab in Reedley has been arrested by the feds. Federal prosecutors say 62-year-old Jiabei Zhu was arrested today, accused of distributing misbranded medical devices and making false statements to the Food and Drug Administration. Zhu, a former Clovis resident, said to have changed his name, his company's names, and the locations of the businesses to stay hidden. Now, according to court document, Zhu and others manufactured, imported, sold, and distributed hundreds of thousands of COVID test kits between December of 2020 and March of 2023. Zhu is expected to appear in federal court in Fresno tomorrow. He does face up to 3 years in prison for misbranding medical devices and up to 5 years for his alleged false statement. Meantime, Valley Congressman Jim Ksee releasing a statement following this arrest, saying, quote, the arrest of Jiabei Zhu is a step in the right direction to hold him and those behind the illegal Reedley lab accountable. He went on to say, I am hopeful that further investigations will fully unravel the details and purpose of the lab in Reedley, end quote. Well, Governor Newsom planning to make a stop in Israel tomorrow morning. The governor announcing he will be landing in Israel briefly before heading to China for a previously planned trip focused on climate action and economic development. Now, while in Israel, the governor does plan to meet with people who are being impacted by the war between Hamas and Israeli forces. California will also be sending medical supplies to the region. Ksee 24, your local election headquarters. After a day of confusion and frustration, Ohio Representative Jim Jordan says he's not giving up on the race for the gavel. Jordan failed to win the speakership in 2 votes, leaving the House without a speaker and Congress at a standstill. Jordan initially backed a plan to temporarily empower the interim speaker, Patrick McHenry, enabling the House to pass critical legislation while Republicans work to get on the same page. But after a lengthy closed-door huddle with GOP members, Jordan says there was too much opposition. Other Republicans say the plan to empower McHenry is not dead, but Republicans can't seem to come together.
I think there's a number of options, and they're going to hammer those out. But people keep leaving us, so I don't think that there's enough people there to make that kind of decision.
This is imperative. It's a national security issue, international security issue now at this point.
Now, without a speaker, Congress cannot pass any bills, meaning lawmaking is at a complete standstill. That means no vote on aid for Israel or Ukraine, all while the deadline for a government shutdown draws near once again. Well, the chair of the Federal Reserve says inflation remains too high and more action will need to be taken. Jerome Powell, speaking at the Economic Club in New York today, he says that while inflation is significantly better than it was a year ago, it is still not the Fed's target rate of 2%. He thinks getting there will require a slower growing economy and job market.
My colleagues and I remain resolute in our commitment to returning inflation to 2% over time. Given the uncertainties and risks, and given how far we've come, the committee is proceeding carefully.
And policymakers did not raise interest rates when they did meet in September, but there could be another increase before the end of the year. The Fed makes its next decision November 1st. Well, new tonight at 6:30, a ribbon-cutting ceremony held today in Fresno for a cottage community run by Next Door Ministries. This is in the Lowell neighborhood at Glen and McKenzie, and it's providing transition housing and sober living for men. They have 22 beds and say 16 of those are already filled. The goal is to help ease the residents back into society with jobs and life skills.
Many of these men have come from pretty challenged backgrounds that a lot of us wouldn't quite relate to here. It can be incarceration, it can be rehab, it can be drug dependencies at all levels here. And then we take them when they've recovered from that and have and again, you're never done with the addiction, but you're starting the life process.
They will receive 12 to 18 months of help to make their transition, including life plans, Bible studies, and job dynamics. Some big news for racing fans were Daytona, Bristol, Talladega, and now, well, Madera. A NASCAR-sanctioned race will hit the oval here in the Central Valley this weekend. Arette Rodriguez with more on the race's connection to Madera County.
First time in a long time since 2009, NASCAR returns to Central California here at the Madera Speedway.
NASCAR is back at the Madera Speedway with the ARCA Menards 50 Junior Homecoming Race Saturday. Kenny Shepard, president of the Madera Speedway, says the ARCA Menards Series is a stepping stone for drivers to go on to the next level in NASCAR.
I mean, it's really the AAA ball diamond, so to speak, AAA series of NASCAR racing.
Drivers will race around 1/3 of a mile of paved track for 150 laps.
Really, it's like any other sport. Picture running in a sauna at 150 degrees, exercising. That's what the drivers go through inside the race car.
He says many drivers in the field will have a leg up because many of them grew up racing on this track.
More than 50% of the field in this NASCAR race this Saturday comes from the Madera Speedway Junior Late Model program.
With the race just days away, Shepard and his crew have been working around the clock to get the track ready for race day.
NASCAR, they bring in some of the most powerful television there is. There's been a lot of construction on the track, cutting into the track, laying what they call timing and scoring loops, a lot of fiber optic and a lot of equipment that comes in.
He says all the hard work is worth it to bring the thrill of NASCAR to people in the Central Valley.
You know, for the fan, we don't get this very often, so we may not get it again next year. You know, to have NASCAR here, this is something very special.
In Madera, Arette Rodriguez, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Don't forget to bring your earplugs. Ticket sales are happening now, $35 each, and gates will open at 3 o'clock. Still to come here at 6:30, a hefty donation for the Poverello home. What they plan to do with hundreds of fish from the Big Fresno Fair.
Your weather headlines for tonight. It's still going to be hot for Friday, but the breezes kick in this weekend. That's going to make it a whole lot cooler, especially by Monday, and we're going to keep the 70s around pretty much all next week. Your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy will be in the lower medium range into next week. Elm and juniper the predominant pollens, and I'll have your complete forecast as Ksee 24 News continues.
This is Ksee 24 News at 6:30 with Alexon Balakian and Stephanie Berugian. And the certified most accurate forecast with AMS certified chief meteorologist AJ Fox, your local weather authority. Ksee 24, local news that matters.
There are terrific stories highlighting education across the valley.
Stories of remarkable students and teachers, innovative programs and curriculum.
Dedicated to improving our communities.
The Fresno County Superintendent of Schools and Ksee 24 are committed to sharing these achievements.
Through stories that focus on educational excellence in our community.
Education Matters, Mondays at 6:30 on Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Made possible by EECU and Chevron.
I wished I would have done this a long time ago. I waited a long time to do it, and I shouldn't have. The process was a lot easier than I thought. It was actually like hardly no pain or nothing afterwards. It was amazing to me.
Ventura TV is your low-price leader for brand name appliances in the Valley. Save on GE's 3-door refrigerator, priced so low the big box stores just can't compete. Buy this French door refrigerator for $200 less than the chain stores at just $15.99. It's in stock and ready for pickup or delivery and installation. Hurry, shop online, call us, or visit our showroom, because at this price, we'll sell out fast. Ventura TV, your local low-price leader since 1951.
Fresno Unified has made a generous, financially responsible offer to our valued teachers, and we continue to engage in good faith. If a strike happens, we pledge to keep our schools open and provide a safe learning environment for our students. To help make this possible, we will offer a special pay rate of $500 a day for qualified substitute teachers. To apply for a substitute teacher role at this special rate and help Fresno students, visit fresnounified.org to learn more.
Football season is here, and More Furniture has amazing values to watch the game in style. This power recliner with plush, durable fabric is on sale for only $2.99. You can't beat a deal like this to kick back and take in all your favorite fall sports. Well, actually, you can beat it when you buy two. Outfit your living room with 2 recliners for only $4.99. Choose from 2 color options, and we'll ship them for free. Only at More Furniture.
My smile, by far, I would say that's what I'm more grateful from Dunlop in this facility.
It has changed my life in so many ways. Why would I hide it? It's like, oh my God, your teeth are so nice. And I'm, girl, they're fake. Go to Dr. Dunlop.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by Whole House Fan Company Central Valley. Now, AMS certified chief meteorologist AJ Fox with your local weather authority forecast.
Well, we were thinking that we were going to break a record today, and I'll tell you, we got close, but we didn't do it. 91 was our high. 92 is the record set back in 1903. Our morning low started very warm, 60 degrees. So both numbers obviously way above average. Looking at our Valley Cam powered by Eagle Mountain Casino. This is from on top of our own building. It's a time-lapse photography showing a little bit of haze, feeling very much like summer. That's why it's as hot as it was today. And as the sun goes over the horizon, a beautiful sunset that's happening right now. The sun is now over the horizon, but it's a nice, beautiful color outside. Looking at our temperature currently 88 in Fresno. 85 in Madera, Merced 86, same for Porterville, 87 in Lemoore. That's warmer than yesterday by a degree. 2 degrees warmer in Porterville, Visalia, and also Fresno. So hard to feel the difference between yesterday and today. Looking at our live radar, looking just like yesterday. Very clear skies, strong high pressure still in place. We can track the jet stream with these clouds. It goes very far to the north or away from us. And as long as it stays there, and I think it will for one more day, we're going to stay hot. And that's why temperatures are going to be hot. But then we've got this system offshore, and it's going to be coming our direction and increasing our clouds and giving us a chance at cooler temperatures. Then if we look past that, look past Saturday, look past Sunday, and into Monday, it looks like we got a wave that's coming through that's going to give us some isolated showers here and there. And the amount is going to be disappointing. Between now and Monday, Futurecast gives us a whole 100th of an inch of rain in Merced and Los Banos, 200ths in Porterville, 100th in Oakhurst, 500ths in Three Rivers, a lot of zeros. I call it the cone of silence because sometimes you get these gaps of rainfall in the middle of the Central Valley where you get some areas of showers to the north, or to the south, or to the mountains, and that's it. Your chance of getaway forecast, there is a better chance at rain on Sunday around the Bay Area and into Monterey. 62 will be the high on the Friday there. Further south, a good amount of sunshine in LA, 83, 84 even in Friday in San Diego, 104 for Palm Springs, but 90s dropping to the 80s towards the end of the weekend in Las Vegas. Air quality is going to be moderate to unhealthy for sensitive groups. That's very summer-ish, even though we're in the fall, but it's just as hot to allow that air quality to be bad. Your solar forecast brought to you by Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, decreasing some into Sunday with an increase in clouds coming our way. So tonight it's still clear. 64 will be the overnight low, which is way above average. Our high temperature tomorrow, hotter than today by a degree, so like I've said before, you won't feel the difference, but 92 is not enough to break the record. The record for tomorrow is 94. Then the breeze kicks in on Saturday and turns our temperatures around. We start dropping into the lower 80s. On Sunday, we're talking about the mid-70s, then the lower 70s. Then the breeze goes away and temperatures turn around again, but they don't get all that hot. Mid-70s at the most, up to 78 degrees on Wednesday, backing off to 75. Those numbers are close to, although slightly above, average for middle and end of October. Your regional forecasts are available on our website at yourcentralvalley.com. So please go check it out there. And as far as rain is concerned, I mean, it's not going to be any rain. It's a drop or two in the mountains, and that's it. I mean, it's disappointing so far. By this time last year, we were already talking about our first big rain. You remember how the season started? We had a big rain every single month during what's called the rain year, and we haven't seen anything like that get started yet, even though El Nino is starting to kick in.
Let's get rid of these 90s first.
Yeah, one thing at a time, right?
That's it.
Focus.
That's it. AJ, thanks. All right, the Poverello House receiving their annual donation from the Big Fresno Fair's Catfish Falls attraction. During the fair, these fish provide educational opportunities and entertainment for those who went to the fair. And now they're going to help feed the people in need in our community. This is the 14th year the fair has donated fish to the Poverello House.
You know, this is what we love about the fair, is that we get to give back to the community, and this is one of the ways that we give back.
And the fair estimates this donation will provide food for hundreds of people in need. Still to come here at 6:30, taking care of your health can be scary but necessary. Going to hear from a Valley doctor on the new state-of-the-art technology that's helping them detect and diagnose tumors easier than ever.
At Central Floor Supply, our new showroom is filled with name brand waterproof flooring and luxurious carpets. Like our Mohawk Revwood Select with a lifetime all-pet warranty. For the best in flooring and real customer service, visit Central Floor Supply.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by HR Mobile Services.
We've seen a wet winter season this year. Along with green grass and spring flowers, allergies may start earlier, and COVID, flu, and other viruses are still very active. Buzz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic virus symptoms. Take away the guesswork and get proper diagnosis and early treatment from our Valley locations before allergy symptoms arrive. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Buzz Allergy today and breathe easier.
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $339 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
This is no special effect. There's no green screen behind us.
We really are standing on top of these trucks. And why do we do it?
To show you if one of these monsters hurt you, we are on top of the big trucking companies.
We're not afraid to take them on and fight for all the money you deserve. We recently got a client who was hurt by a big truck, $750,000. Call us.
It's just that easy.
Call 1-877-DUNION. DUNNION.
This is the place I love. There's nowhere better than the place I'm from. Yeah, this is where my world goes round. I've got my logo on. The Central Valley is where I belong.
what is Amish furniture?
Amish furniture is all handcrafted in the middle of the country in Indiana and Ohio. This is an OG edge. It's all built by small builders. Everything's built to order. Pick your wood, pick your size, pick your stain. The sides here, they're all dovetailed, but the soft close. Everything closes just like that.
At Lou Rodman's Patio, Bar Stools, and Amish Emporium.
Next ET, our Chip and Joanna Gaines fixer-upper exclusive.
Talk about a good before and after.
Plus, pickleball with the Golden Bachelor.
Oh, this has been amazing.
Next ET.
Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 7:30 on Ksee 24.
There's a new state-of-the-art technology that is helping doctors better detect and diagnose tumors of the bladder. Amberlynn Carroll with tonight's MedWatch report.
It was the day before Thanksgiving where I had blood in my urine. So I'm looking at that and go, oh my gosh.
When Valley resident Randy Nobuhiro found blood in his urine, he immediately went to his primary care physician, who referred him to urologist Dr. Andrea Chan.
We usually do the workup for somebody having blood in the urine with some kind of imaging to check the kidneys and the ureter, which is the tube that connect the kidneys to the bladder. And we also do a test in the clinic where we can take a look inside the bladder with a small camera. It's called cystoscopy.
Dr. Chan used new technology when she looked inside Randy's bladder and discovered he had small tumors that may not have otherwise been seen through normal imaging.
We used a new technology called blue light cystoscopy. And blue light cystoscopy uses a medication that is put inside the bladder before the surgery. And what the medication does is it has a preference to bind to cancer cells. And when you use a special camera that emits blue light, it will make the cancer cells fluoresce hot pink. And so it makes it very easy to pick up maybe very subtle cancer tumors in the bladder that you otherwise would not pick up using what we call white light.
And today, Randy is living cancer-free.
Everything looks clear, and I think part of it is because we were able to be more thorough with our removal.
Thank you, Dr. Chan, for everything you've done. She's been with me and my family really as an advocate and actually a lifesaver for me of what has happened.
And Randy's advice for anyone needing medical care in the Valley?
The community hospital itself and the doctors and even the family doctor areas have been tremendous to help me. And I would say anyone that wanted to get the best medical care here in Fresno, community is the best place in my mind.
Reporting, Amberlynn Carroll.
Still to come here at 6:30, honoring one of music's greatest artists. Why a portion of New York City will have a new look.
Wild scenes at the Taylor Swift concert film. Are the fans just having fun or ruining the experience for everyone? Next, Inside Edition.
Inside Edition tonight at 7 on Ksee 24.
Fargo is the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo.
Oh, come on, come on.
Fargo lets you do this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card. I found it. I found my card.
And also this.
Fargo, turn on my debit card.
Do you, Fargo? You can with Wells Fargo.
Life, diabetes. Each day is a unique blend of going, doing, and living. Lucerna Protein Smart with 30 grams of protein to help keep you moving. Uniquely designed with Carb Steady to help manage blood sugar response. Lucerna, bring on the day.
One of the great things about being the largest locally owned furniture store in the Valley is you often get first choice on manufacturer closeouts. Like this limited time offer from Southern Motion. 2 different rocker recliners, one in 4 colors, another in 2 colors, with over 70 to choose from, each priced at 30% below the normal retail value. $4.99 at Fashion Furniture while they last on El Paso across from River Park.
Kawasaki KLX motorcycles turn wherever you ride into the ultimate playground. Take the fun to the trails with KLX off-road motorcycles, or keep going when the road ends with KLX dual sport motorcycles. With KLX Super Moto bikes, you'll bring a healthy dose of swagger to the streets. However you ride, there's a KLX motorcycle that's a perfect fit for you to get out and play. Join the 5th Annual Combat Veterans Motorcycle Run, Saturday, November 4th.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables.
This is Tony.
Things that I've tried have failed.
And this is Tony's good feet story.
Before my arch supports, I felt defeated. But since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain, which still is kind of crazy to me. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone. You've tried everything that's not working, give it a try.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, gives you information you need quickly.
But if you don't have your account info for direct deposit, you all gotta come back tomorrow.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
Be like her.
Do you, Fargo? You can with Wells Fargo.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you by San Joaquin College of Law.
Coming up tomorrow on Sunrise, get your salt, get your lime, because Friday, it's taco time.
We're heading out to Chancey Park, checking out the great taco truck throwdown.
You're going to have to be here to see all the meaty details, so you're not going to want to miss it coming up tomorrow.
Finally, the piano man, as well, AJ would say, had a New York state of mind. See how I worked that in?
Yeah, nicely done.
Who writes this stuff? I tell you, a portion of Audrey Way in Oyster Bay, now called Billy Joel Way. The music icon will be wrapping up a record-setting string of concerts at Madison Square Garden next year. And Joel says the New York legislature previously asked if he wanted a street named after him.
You name a street after you, and I said, yeah, but don't you have to die first? And then they came back with the answer, yes, I'd rather still be alive and not have the street. But now I've got the best of both worlds. I'm alive and then naming the street after me.
It's breaking all the rules in politics there. Joel now lives in Florida, but he says he'll always have a soft spot in the heart of the Big Apple. Now he has to move back now.
Right, maybe that's what they're trying to do.
That's what they're trying to do.
Come home.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. We're trying to get to the 70s.
Yeah, we would like autumn to come home, right? So temperatures tomorrow will still be hot, low 90s, 80s on Saturday, then 70s. And then we get to keep them for a while. Most of next week will be in the 70s, although Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday might be a touch above normal. But compared to where we've been the last couple of days, I think those temperatures are going to be very welcome around here.
We got to bottle up Sunday through Thursday. I don't know how you're going to do it, but
I think it'll be all right. We're gonna finally get autumn around here. It's gonna start feeling.
That's why they
feeling
pay this
like
guy
it.
the big bucks. All right, we're back at 11. We'll see you then.
Nominate an exceptional local educator at yourcentralvalley.com/educator of the week. Highlighted educators receive classroom supplies and honor wall recognition. Watch their stories Wednesday at 5 on Ksee 24. Educator of the Week, brought to you by our local partners.
Getting 2 of my croissants with a freshly cracked egg for just $5 means your day is off to a good start. And I serve them all day because I'm not here to judge what time your day starts.
Play with the best. At Ksee Gold Resort and Casino, we don't just offer fun, we offer you the best. No other casino in the Central Valley rewards its guests more than we do. Only at Ksee.
Disaster and damage can strike anytime. It's good to know the professionals at Serpro have the training and equipment to get your life back on the right track. Whether it's water, fire, or storm damage. For restoration and cleaning, count on Serpro of Clovis, Visalia, Fresno, and Shaver.
For 75 years, Whitey's Pets has been helping you find your new best friend. We carry leading brands of dog and cat food at great prices. Our expert staff will help, whether you're just starting out or have years of schooling. Whitey's carries all the supplies and accessories your new friend needs to be happy and healthy. Shy friends, furry friends, slippery friends, friendly friends. Whitey's Pets, open every day. The best service and selection for 75 years. Say, how long is that in dog years?
There's pre-owned cars all over the internet.
There's a difference.
You again? Which Lexus is best?
Every hand-selected pre-owned Lexus at Fresno Lexus comes with a 161-point inspection performed by factory-trained Lexus technicians with only Lexus genuine parts. That's how you know you're getting a genuine L-certified pre-owned Lexus. When you're looking for pre-owned luxury, all you have to do is try us first. Fresno Lexus.
You can get 2 of my croissants with a freshly cracked egg for just $5. And I serve them all day, so you can enjoy them for breakfast, brunch, or even Brinner. Did I just make up Brinner? Can we trademark that?
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
When adopting a shelter animal, keep in mind that it may take them months before they grow comfortable in their new home. Don't give up. Ask your shelter for help and resources.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Trump's lawyer's shocking guilty plea. Will she flip on Trump?
It is a major blow to the defense.
Why they're calling her the Kraken lawyer.
I'm going to release the Kraken.
What is the Kraken? Then, just released.